All right. What's going on, guys? All right. Is this working? Testing. All right. What's going on, guys? Here we are. Welcome back. Welcome back to another one. Hope all is well. On this video, we're going to talk about Paul Birdsong. Who is this guy and who sent him? When people like this come along, I want to know the who, what, when, where, and why. Who is this person? What is he about? Why is he here? Where did he come from? And who sent them? The reason why I say who sent them, because if you don't know who he is, he came out of nowhere. And this is him right here. He came out of nowhere. And we're gonna get into him in a second. You may have seen him on viral videos of him out with a rifle, and he's saying that he's the Black Panther Party. He's the chairman of Black Panther Party. In fact, he's not. He's not a Black Panther. So why is he saying this? Who sent them? I'm telling you guys, this is just my opinion. I don't know him personally. He might have good intentions, but let me tell you something. No man of color is going to show up anywhere with a firearm and talk slick to the police. Not one. Without something happening to you. Okay? Especially in Philadelphia. Okay? Who sent them? Who sent them? Because he has gained notoriety out of the blue. Okay. This is giving agent provocateur vibes. That's what this is giving. Guys, you have to learn history. You have to go back to, you said fact, something ain't right. Like he sweat. That's like Hassan Campbell be saying. He says something just ain't right. Um, we're gonna listen to a little bit what he's saying, but I'm gonna have to put his picture because I don't want nobody copyright me, but Paul Birdsong. We're going to get into who he is. If people don't know who he is, we're going to get into that in a second. Okay, but again, this seems obvious to me that somebody sent them. It seems real obvious, and people are falling for it. But let me tell you guys, do you know what they want? They want you out there fighting. This is a trick. Do not fall for it. If you're a black or brown person, do not fall for this one. Do not fall. They want you out there with firearms. They want to recruit so you can get sent up out of here. And I'm not talking about to a jail. I'm talking about prematurely in a gravesite. Do not fall for this one. Do not fall for this one. I followed him. Hey, Chantel, I followed him on Instagram because I'm following him. I want to see what's going on here. I've been watching. Guys, let me just say this. No one comes out of the blue and start gaining notoriety. You guys know from watching me for a while how hard it takes to grow an audience. It's ups and downs. But an audience only really consists of one person. So we have an audience over here. And we have an audience of thinkers because like minds find each other. Like mind really do. If you really think about this life, there's billions of people on the planet. Usually like minds find each other, or people that's in the same people that's in the same tribe. This has just been some studies I've been doing on the souls and stuff like that. It's a lot of stuff that we don't know about this life. I was listening to this one guy. I'll talk about that in a second. We're going to get into his background, Chantel, because Fred Hampton Jr. said that he's not a Black Panther. He's not a part of the original Black Panthers that was founded in the 60s. He's not. He said that he's an imposter. Fred Hampton Jr. said it. And but let me tell you how they're explaining it now. We're going to get into that because I had did some a little bit of research, but I'm still trying to find out where did he go to school, who are his parents, I'm gonna find some stuff. Um, guys, this thing um in life, as far as politics, everything is connected. Everybody has some type of connection somewhere. This guy to come along, he has a rifle. He talks good though. He said, "Yeah, we're gonna take our communities," and you remember it's reminiscent of the other guy that got locked up. You remember the other guy that was in Stone Mountain, Georgia? They called themselves the something. I forget they were remember I forget his name is Jam Master. His name is Jam Master J. Oh no, Grandmaster Almighty J. Remember him? He had the gun and all that, and they had the guns. That's what this is reminiscent of. It's the same thing. They wanted you to fall for that one, but guess what? We found out that he was dressed like a Secret Service member at a Trump rally. See, we weren't supposed to see that. And what they did was they extracted him. They said that he got locked up, but I believe he got extracted. We weren't supposed to find that out. Sometime they have glitches, sometime, and then we'll find out who these people are. Okay. You don't be at a Trump rally dressed like a Secret Service, and you're not supposed to be there. So we found out about Grandmaster Jay. This person came along just like Grandmaster Jay. He came out of nowhere and he have already internet fame. Somebody sent them for real. And I'm gonna tell you guys something. Don't fall for this one because if you like, yeah, we need to go out and take our streets, and yeah, he'll be the one to send you out there to get killed, and nothing will happen to him. He'll just get extracted and go on about his business. Do not fall for these people that are trying to divide. Do not do it. I can tell you right now, there's a few people that had came along, and these people watch me. I'm just letting you guys know this. These people watch me, and I don't know why. It's very creepy. I think they wanted to use me for something because they watch me, and they have like this contact person. He watch, no matter how much I what do you call it, block him, he'll still come up. Matter of fact, he might pop up in a second. They do it. They watch me, and you remember you have what's that group that Tariq has? He called the Foundational Black Americans. But what's the other one called? I forget the other one with Yvette Carnell in it. Well, did you know she had pictures with Hillary Clinton? She has pictures with Hillary Clinton. It was all at an event together. Yeah, American Descendants of Slaves. She has pictures with Hillary Clinton and all of them, all booed up. These people don't. I'm not saying. This is just my thinking. Okay, these people don't come. They come out of nowhere. They have pull. I'm telling you, they do. And the person that is cool with her, he was the one that was like, "Yeah, we could use you for some certain things." You know what I'm saying? We could use you for certain, like, I like what you're doing, and like that. But I refuse to. I'm like, no, I'm good. I'm good because I'm real here. I talk to real people. But I'm gonna tell you, if I had got with that crew, I would have millions of views right now. Millions. And I don't know if you guys know this. They be identifying who people are since grammar school. And back in grammar school, back when I was coming up in the 1980s, they had this hearing test they gave us. Remember they used to put these little headsets on you, and they have you listen for sounds, and you raise your hand every time you hear a sound, and then they do a color test. Guess what? Everybody couldn't hear the sound. They were looking for people that could pass that test. They were looking for people that could pass that test. And I honestly believe a lot of us was marked back then. A lot of us were, but I'll get into that a little later. Because everybody that went to grammar school in the night, they don't do it anymore, but everybody that went to grammar school in the 1980s, number one, you got a shot in your left arm. You got your finger, you got your fingerprints. They took your fingerprints. This was only for a certain period of time in the 1980s. Especially if you were in Catholic school, they took your fingerprints. So I'm in the system already. They took your fingerprints. I can't even commit a crime. That's what I be telling people. They took your fingerprints. They make you take this vision test that your parents had to sign off on, this hearing test. But come to find out, they were looking for something. They were looking to see if certain people could hear certain things. And I'm still trying to do a little bit more research on what kind of tests we were subjected to. And but I'll get into that later. But there's a lot of us out here. We can really, 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 really decipher what's going on. We don't need proof. We can decipher certain things. We can see certain people coming, and we can say who sent you. They're trying to work on us hard, guys. They can't pump drugs in the system no more like they used to, like they did with crack. They've already done that. We still here. They've already done it. Now they want that part of the city back. They want to clean that city up now because it's very it's very popular. It's a nice spot for them to go to. They want to live back in the city life again. And they want to push people out. So now they're gentrifying. I see it going on in Newark right now where I'm at. I'm not in Newark, but I'm in a neighboring city. They purposely pump that stuff in the system on purpose. You guys knew what Harlem looked like in the 1980s. It looked like a war zone. But now look at it now. The reason why it looks like that now because they want to move back. Did you know that there's a city in New Jersey that they purposely told people to don't let blacks in? This was recent. Everybody knows it's in Union County. I'm not gonna say the count. I'm not gonna say the city, but if you're from Jersey, you know that city. That's what they got a lawsuit now. They got a lawsuit. And I want to talk about today if a cop stop you, because I listen, New Jersey, I never faced more. Well, I face, I'm talking about as far as being profiled. I've been profiled more in New Jersey, more so than other places. But I've only been to a few places. So I don't know how the places are. But I know I lived in the South for over 20 years. I never got profiled like that. Not really. Here, I get profiled, but in the South, I get pulled over and I have a gun on me. We just sitting there talking about sports at this point. In New Jersey would be a problem. And the fact that the cities that make it hard for you, the states that make it hard for you to get firearms are the states where the Black Panthers was most prevalent in the 1960s. Go look it up. New Jersey was one of them. You remember because of Sada Shakur, that with the police incident, rest in peace to her. The Los Angeles area, California, all the northern states where the Black Panthers were. That's why they changed the laws and make it so hard for you to protect yourself. These are the states where the Black Panthers are most prevalent. Now, you might ask yourself, now, why am I saying all this? Getting back to Paul Birdsong. He's a person of color. There is no person of color that's going to show up armed and talk slick to the police. Not one. Not one. Now I want to know who sent them. This is obvious. I want to say this to the powers that be that sent them. Y'all got to work a little harder because this is obvious. This one is obvious. This one is obvious. And I think what they'll eventually do is they'll try to work them a little bit more. Now, a lot of people are questioning. I saw Sonetta do a piece on it, saying, is he an agent provocateur and stuff like that? Now, who sent them, man? I would never listen to anything he got. I'm listening to him. I follow him on Instagram I want to see what he's talking about. But now, see, these people that come along, they're not for you and me, for people our age. They're for the young people. Yeah, in Illinois, too. Hey, Carla, what's going on? What's up, Ron? So Oh no, police can legally lie to you for sure. They can. They can legally lie to you, but you got to know what to do when you get stopped. And as soon as you start talking, then they automatically know. All right, we're not messing with this one. And I also recommend people to have a dash cam that record the front and inside of your car. You get a dual camera. Make sure you have one of those. Because if you have one of those, then yeah, make sure you have one. Um, but he's not here for us. He's not here for me because they know people like me are not going to buy into this bullshit. They're here for the young people. They're trying to control young impressionable minds. Like, oh, this guy is cool. He got a firearm, and they actively recruiting people because I heard it. Yeah, call this field office and this and that. Guys, don't do it. Talk to your kids. Don't do it. They're targeting young people. They're setting up these gangs. They're setting up the young people, and they have a plan for you. There's a 20-year plan to get rid of you. I had said a long time ago, within the next 15 years, we will have no more gangs. There will be no more gangs in the United States. They'll be all prematurely gone or locked up. And the only time they will come back into the community when they're in their 50s and 60s. That's what they did to the crack dealers back in the 1980s and 90s. A lot of them are getting out now in their 50s and 60s. They're going to do it again. Before they had the crime bill. They used the crime bill to do it. Now they're going to have another bill. And trust me, this president that we have in office right now, he's all for the cleanup. He's all for the cleanup. So you're going to get major time. Major time. What's up, True Justice? So here's the thing. I want you guys to listen to him. Go find, just check him out for yourself. Don't take my word for it. Check him out for yourself. You might like what he's saying. He might be saying some real stuff. Umar Johnson be saying some real stuff. However, somebody sent him. I've been saying it since the very beginning. Somebody sent them. And then this lady came along. I'll never forget it. She said that her and Umar was a part of the same organization and they were supposed to go out into the community. They had an assignment. She never said what the assignment was, but they had an assignment to go out into the community. It's like an outreach. And he kind of went off and did his own thing. He left that and just strayed off and did his own thing and left that community. But somebody sent them. Umar Johnson always talk about like institutions and he wanted black institute, but he went to a white institution to get his credentials that he brag about. But it's wrong for you to do it. And he got a certain people he's targeting single women because he know there's a lot of single women out here with kids. So that's who he's targeting. And the goal is they don't, well, I can get into that later, but we getting back to Paul Birdsong. So Paul Birdsong, before I start letting you hear this, let me just go into a little something here about a breakdown. So Paul Birdsong, because people are like, who the hell is Paul Birdsong? Let me just put the picture up real quick. Because then when you go listen to him, then you'll figure it out. So he's an American activist and community organizer who currently serves as the national chairman of a contemporary group calling itself the Black Panther Party for Self-Defense, a modern organization that draws on the history and symbols of the original Black Panther Party. Now you hear that? So it's like you have to pay close attention to what he's saying. He serves as the national. What makes him the national? Who made him the national chairman? So it said he's an American activist and community organizer who currently serves as the national chairman of a contemporary group calling itself, you hear it, calling itself the Black Panther Party for Self-Defense. It's a modern organization that draws on the history and symbols of the original Black Panther Party. This is not the Black Panther Party. He was born in the United States around 1986, but I'm going to do more research to find out exactly who he is. But they say he was around 1986 and became politically active after the 2020 murder of George Floyd, a turning point that radicalized many activists across the country. Stop right there. It said a turning point that radicalized many activists across the country, like the Black Lives Matter. And we know that the Black Lives Matter, somebody sent them. They were sent. They were sent. And you got to follow the money trail. You got to find out who invested to them. You got to find out the company who invested to them, like the nonprofit. Who owns that nonprofit? And then you're going to find out there was a parent company that owns that nonprofit. Now, find out for the parent company who owns that company is going to go back to Rupert Murdoch. It's going to trace back to him. So you got to find out, okay, because what they do is, so Black Lives Matter. Like, listen, there's a lot of people. Matter of fact, I have a video that I took on my phone yesterday of people out protesting. They were paid actors. I just happened to be driving. I said, "What are they out here for?" And they said, "Honk your horn." And I honked my horn. They were, "Yeah, bud, yeah, man." I honked my horn. I was laughing. But I have a video of them I have to show you eventually. But the thing is, in this country, I believe that there's a shadow government, and there's also other entities that's trying to bring down this government. There's a war going on. There's a war going on between the government and the people that want to change it. Okay. And there was some interesting stuff that happened with Trump recently. I'm going to get into that a little later. There's a lot of people brainwashed here. It is. There's so many people brainwashed. I just remain silent. I remain silent. And let me just say this. I will never pick a side. Never. I'm just for the truth. I'm not trying to go along to get along. I don't need friends. Because when you really find out who you are, that's all you need. It's really all you need, and maybe other like-minded individuals at some point. I'm gonna tell you something about what happened recently about that later, because it's kind of like it's about the same situation. So remember Paul Birdsong. Somebody sent him, and they trying to see I see how he see the sign, and they using that right there. It's almost like, okay, they're the Panthers. No, they're not the Panthers. They're not the Panthers. Okay. He was born in the United States, they said, around 1986, and after George Floyd incident, he became politically active. His group mainly is out of West Philadelphia. Where is Umar at? You see what I'm saying? Somebody sent all these people West Philadelphia and focus on community programs, mutual aid, and self-defense activities. Important clarification here. Birdsong's organization is not a direct continuation of the historical 1960s era Black Panther Party founded by Huey P. Newton and Bobby Seale. Rather, it's a new organization that adopts the name, get it, adopts the name, imagery, and some political ideas. Get it, some political ideas. Some political ideas. Journalists describe it as inspired by and drawing on the legacy, but it is organizationally distinct. So, what is he about? What does his group want? Core beliefs and activities. Birdsong and his organization, his group or whatever, position itself as part of a modern Black liberation and anti-imperialist movement, with key messages including community self-defense. They believe in openly carrying firearms where legal as a deterrent to violence against their community to protect protest. Mutual aid and survival programs. They organize weekly distributions of food, hygiene products, clothing, and school supplies. They're targeting your kids. Reminiscent of a community outreach program of the original Panthers. Political education and training. Their activities include firearms, safety classes, community discussions on history, identity, and political empowerment. They're there to brainwash your kids. That's pretty much what it's saying. Birdsong uses slogans tied to revolutionary and self-defense traditions, such as all power to the people. The reason Paul Birdsong is trending now is because his group armed appearances at protests and demonstrations around U.S. ICE facilities, particularly in Philadelphia, following a controversial incident where an ICE agent shot and killed civilians in Minneapolis. All right. So Birdsong and members of his organization have shown up visibly armed near protests and warned ICE agents that they intend to protect communities and resist what they call abusive actions by federal enforcement. In statements to reporters and on social media, Birdsong said that if his group had been present during the Minneapolis incident, not a single person would have gotten touched by the agent. He's publicly challenged ICE using strong rhetoric and deterrence and self-defense, and has emphasized that they are legally armed under the U.S. Constitution. This has generated significant public attention and controversy because it involved armed civilians. Hold on a second. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. This has generated significant public attention and controversy because it involves armed civilians confronting and positioning themselves against a federal agency. So the original excuse me, damn. The original Black Panther Party emerged in the 1960s. Was a Black power and civil rights organization that combined armed patrols to monitor police behavior with community programs like free breakfast, health clinics, and education. The original national organization dissolved decades ago and no longer functions as a unified national party. So Birdsong's group is one of several modern formations that adopt the Black Panther name and imagery, but academics and journalists treat them as a new organization influenced by history, not direct successors. This distinction can help frame what you think, and we can have a discussion on this right here. So remember, they're not the original Black Panther. They're not a part of that. He's just saying he is. And people are calling him out on it. People are calling him out on it. So this is Paul Birdsong. So let me see. Give me a sec. Let me bring something up here.
A member is just part.
This is Paul Birdsong talking, but I just can't. I'll give you the link later, but I just can't. There's a copyright. I had to just let you hear the audio.
Bigger reason that I'm doing what I'm doing is because I'm a gang member, and I used to be a gang banger. Difference between a member and a banger: a member is just part of it. A banger is somebody that's running around destroying shit and hurting other people because they're wearing the other color.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute now. Wait. Did y'all hear that? He said he used to be a gang. He used to be a gang banger. Guys, come on, man. Come on, man. He used to be he used to bang too. Come on, man. Come on, man. Let me give you this link real quick so you can refer to it later. Come on, man. I can't make this up. He used to be a gang banger, man. Now, let me just say this. He could have been. You know what they often do? They use people from prison. Like if you get out early, they're gonna use you. Sometimes they approach you to use you to do stuff in the community to help them out. You could be you're what you call an asset at this point. Okay. Um, oh no, I'm not smoking. No, you told me think I'm smoking something to breathe. No, I lost my voice. Because they putting stuff in that. I don't smoke. They putting chemicals in that stuff. That's my opinion that they're putting chemicals in this stuff. I will not because every time I smell it when I'm driving, it almost trigger a headache. I can't smell it. It's they putting stuff in it, and it's making people aggressive. It's changing people. I feel like it's changing people brain chemistry. No, I don't subscribe to it unless you grow it yourself. For sure, unless you grow it yourself. But he said he speaks. So what they do is in jail they approach you. So they approached my brother one time. So he had a couple DUIs, so he had to do some time. And when he finally got out, like 8, 9 months later, he would just walk into the store to get some cigarettes. He wasn't working at the time. He didn't start working yet. And they the unmarked police approached him and they got out. Hey, we want to need to talk to you for a second. He said, did I do anything wrong? He said, no, get in the car. We need to talk to you for a second, right? He said, we understand you just got out. He said, listen, we can get your record expunged as if you never had any DUIs and never been locked up. He said, we will delete you from the system. We would delete all that from the system if you work with us. And he was like, what do you need us to do? He said, we need you to go out and buy drugs from certain people. So we need to know where the people are. He said, oh, you want me to snitch? He said, no, we want you to work for us and we'll pay you. We'll make sure you got plenty of money because we know you don't have any. And we'll make sure you driving comfortable, living comfortable and everything. Did you know that with informants, especially federal informants, they spend billions of dollars each year on the informants, just the program alone. These people, you have informants out here that's making a lot of money and assets. So what they do usually do, they'll target people that was in jail. And there's one person that I followed his case a couple years ago. Eventually, because he got life, eventually he's going to get out. And if he do get out within the next 2 to 3 years, know that he's an asset and better be careful with him. Guess who just came out? So Omi and the Hellcat just came out of prison, right? His first interview out, you know what he said? He said, yo, my man right here, you'll tell him about how you had shot somebody, killed them, and shot somebody D off. And the dude was kind of looking like, why are you talking about that? He moving funny. You better watch him too. Better watch him too, because he's already moving funny. I'm watching him too. But these people they be using these people. They have a whole program set up. And they use these people, man. These people are all on YouTube as well. And they use people to try to figure out who other people are to get information to bring back to them. So let's hear more about what he's saying. So maybe he was a gangbang. I don't know, but they're using him now. Let's see.
There's somebody that's running around destroying shit and hurting other people because they wearing the other color. The other day, I tied my flag with a rival. We were out here. I tied my flag with a rival. We exited black on black crime. We exited stupidity. We exited genocide, self-imposed and self-hatred, and entered humanity. We unified together and stood. That did something to me. You see what I'm saying? What it did is it made me feel obligated because of all the destruction I caused to cause some construction, to cause some change. And that's why I'm here. And that's why I did what.
Okay, stop. Now, this is what I want to know. So if he's a gangbanger, he must have been a blood because he got a red flag on, a red bandana on tied around his wrist. So if he was in trouble and he was doing all that, how did he get his rights back so fast to carry an open firearm? That's what I want to know. because he has a license to carry an open firearm and a concealed carry. So my question is, how did he get that if he has a record? He was a gangbanger out here banging. So what he's saying was he was out here banging and he never got caught. Something's not right here. He said he's from Philadelphia somewhere.
What I did, I don't expect anybody to stay with me. I didn't expect anybody to come in the first place. I was going to be there alone, whether they came or not, and I will continue to be here alone, whether they came or not. I want people to change. I want police to change. That's why I get in their face like that, because I want them to see I ain't afraid of them. I want everybody else to lose their fear. The cop is just another human being. The only difference between you and them, they got a gun. That's it. They're just another person. There ain't nothing to be afraid of. And as long as you stand in the laws, they got to. If they cross the line, let them. Because once they cross the line, that's their ass. That's what we got to push for. We got to start pushing their laws on them. You know, they're here to protect and serve themselves. They don't protect and serve me. If you call the police, they're going to come a lot faster than if I call them. And if you call the police and say something's outside making noise, I'm scared, guess what? They're going to be there. If I call the police where I live at in the hood and say, hey, something outside making noise, I'm scared. Sir, is anybody coming in your house? Anybody hurt? Somebody breaking in? Oh, well, that's not something you call the police for. Hang up on me, if they even talk to me that long. Get off the phone and start laughing at me. See what I'm saying? That one lady, the black lady that got choked out by the police officers in Ann Arbor when she's fighting with her boyfriend and she got punched out. When she called the police, she said, me and my boyfriend are fighting. She sounded like a little old black lady on the phone. They didn't come. When he called, they came. He was white, she was black, they knocked her out. I think that those cops, all four of them, if me and 3 other Pyrus murdered somebody standing here, we would all get life without parole.
See, now he said he Pyru. See this? Now I want to know where he's Pyru from. And also, if he's Pyru, he's never went to jail for anything. And he's been gangbanging. He's never been in jail for anything, right? And he's legally can carry a firearm. Something's not right. Something's not right. Something is not right with this guy. I'm not drinking the Kool-Aid on this one. This is Paul Birdsong. He's a chairman of the Black Panther cosplay party. They're in cosplay again, just like I had said. I was saying originally with Grandmaster Jay when he came forward. I said somebody sent him, and guess what happened? A video came out him at a Trump rally dressed as a Secret Service agent. As soon as that came out, they arrested him. They extracted him out. He didn't get arrested. He probably got extracted. I don't believe that case he ever got convicted. I think he got extracted, so he can get away. That's because that wasn't supposed to come out. That wasn't supposed to come out. That that happened. There was video footage of him at a Trump rally. Wasn't supposed to come out. And he was a military guy. Sometimes they use military people. They use people that was locked up before. Just like they use young Pharaoh. Young Pharaoh came out of nowhere. And then when he went astray, he started talking about the small hats. When they invited him to the RNC convention, they found out that he was talking about the small hats. Man, they deleted all his channels. He ain't never been the same. He ain't never been the same. And you would think if he has such a big following, right, it doesn't matter if they delete his channel. He can just create another one and his subscribers will find him. But guess how many subscribers? He barely got like 800,000. Those are the real people that was following him. The other numbers were inflated. Because what they do is they realize that when people have a huge following, people tend to listen more. So they inflate the numbers. Those are not real followers. Usually the people that's commenting in the chat, some of them are bots, because you can research that, how they use bots to look like real people. It's real deep. When young Pharaoh came back, right, he tried to established new YouTube page, he barely got any views. So the views that he was getting was the real views, actually. So the people did find him again, but those are the real people. The rest of it was inflated. There's another guy that came along. He be clowning Umar Johnson sometime, but somebody sent him too, unfortunately. Somebody sent him too. Nobody comes along out of the blue with views. It takes a long, unless you have a machine behind you. And Nature Boy and Young Pharaoh showed up at the same time. At the same time. You said fentanyl is in all street drugs. Got them bent over like hairpins. Let me just say this. I had said this before. When you go to certain, stores to get smoke stuff, right? I have to speak in code, right? Right, Steve. Yeah, he used to be that. Yep. I had said this. I said, if you go to some of them stores, now I'm not trying to single nobody out with their race or anything. You know, them Indian stores that sell the stuff. You just go to these regular stores. Well, I had said before, some of that stuff got fent in it. So be careful. It got fent in it. Be careful. Because they want you to come back. Yo, this stuff is strong. Like, yo, this got me bent. Like, I got to come back to this store. That's why they're doing it. And also, they're doing it. They keep you not motivated. And they keep you agitated. And hopefully, you'll go out there and crash out. And so, guess what? They're starting to realize that people are buying stuff in these stores and getting it tested. And it has fent in it. It's making people angry. I can see it. Even people I've known for many, many years, they're not the same people that I've known. They've changed. And it's something that's doing it. It's something that's doing it. It's got to be that stuff. Everybody I know that smoke, something's wrong with them. I don't say anything. I don't say anything. At this point in life, you just got to keep your mouth shut. You just gotta keep your mouth shut, man. It's like their pineal gland is not working. It's calcified. It's not working. And they're not the same people that you've known for years. It's not. They're not. I knew somebody I'd known for over 20 some years, right? Did oh, check this out. Let me tell you what's happening, guys. I feel like I'm on a different timeline. I'm gonna be serious about you. I got a story for you real quick. I known somebody for 20 years, right? And when this new stuff came out, and especially that jab mixed with the combination with this stuff, did you know he's almost they almost forgetting about me? Like I never existed. It's some weird shit. I was like, yeah, you remember we went here? I don't remember that. When did this happen? Motherfucker, this happened last year, bitch. What you talking about? Really? Did it happen last year? Yo, it's some weird shit going on. I'm sorry I had to cuss like that, but yo, it's some weird stuff going on right now. That's why I'm leaving everybody alone. I just totally I just nixed everybody. I just leave everybody alone. I don't want to hang with nobody. You know what I'm saying? How do you not remember like we did something 5 years ago? Oh yeah, yeah. I think I remember when you did. Dude, I was the one that got you out of jail. What the hell are you talking about? Yeah, but what year was that though? I don't remember. Dude, there's some weird stuff going on, dog. I feel like, damn, did I get murked or something? And I'm in a different timeline? Or am I going crazy? People change, though. They're not the same people that I've known. It's some weird shit going on. People are extra aggressive. It might be early onset or I don't know. Dude, I remember stuff dating back since the 80s. I don't remember everything. I don't have that type of memory. But I do have a good memory on certain that I like if I known you for 20 years, I know you. I'm not gonna be like, yeah, hey, what's up, man? Like I ain't seen you in 30 years. No, it's something going on. There's something going on with that stuff they smoke. And people are extra cold and they get agitated really quickly. It's because they smoking them chemicals. It's spinning it. I don't even care if you get it from a dispensary. You better grow it yourself. Better grow it yourself. And it's crazy, man. Yo, so I got a story for you guys, right? Story time. I was out driving last night. I think I told Antoine, I text you real quick. It was mad snow on the ground. Bro, I just want to say this to people. If you know your tires are not good, okay? It's mainly to my foreigners, if you're not from here. This is for the foreigners that are not from here. That's only been here for like maybe a year or two, maybe 5. No, if you've been here over 5 years, you should know how to drive in this. You do not come out here with ball tires. If you come out here with ball tires, your car is now on ice skates. Even if it's not ice out, even if it's snow out. Because you know in Watchung and Verona, Antoine, what's the other places? You go out, you know what I'm talking about. You know where all them hills at in Livingston? Antoine, why was I going up the hill? Now I got good tires and I was struggling, but I know how to drive in it. I know how to drive in it. I know how to get up the hill. Why was this car sliding backwards, fam, on the other side? So I had to dip and he just kept going down the hill. I don't know what happened. He disappeared. I just know he kept going down the hill, fam. Okay. Morristown, all those places, Livingston, where them hills are no joke. Okay. Why was he sliding down? All right, look, check this out. He was on the other side of the road. It was me and a few other people. We knew how to drive in it. There was a person in back of me because I had gained up speed before I had went up the hill. I was already in a good speed. So all you got to do is just kind of feather the gas. That's all you got to do. And just if you do struggle a little bit, just move side to side just a little bit and you'll get up the hill. It's not a problem. We know how to drive in it. This person was way ahead of us and he was coming. I was like, oh my God, he's coming in our direction. So I pulled off. It was like a side street. He's going backwards, going down the hill with his hazard lights on. Okay. So I'm like, yo, I hope I didn't hear no accident though. He just kept going down the hill and then he disappeared. And then we just kept going. And then we got up the hill. So the guy came up to me and said, you think we should check on that person? I said, did you hear a crash? He said, no. This was in Livingston. It was in Livingston. I know it's that hill, like that windy hill going up in Livingston. It was that. I forget the name of it. We didn't hear him. We didn't hear no crash or anything. I didn't come back down that area. I had went another way because I had to go somewhere else. But I just want to say for people, do not drive, especially at night. Do not drive if your car is on ice skates. Don't do it. And that's what happened. It was a Civic. I never forget. It was a Civic. Yeah, it was South Orange Avenue area. And on the side, we were coming up. It wasn't that bad because they were icing they were de-icing the roads. It wasn't ice out though. It wasn't ice. It was snow. It was just accumulation of a lot of snow. But that could be slippery too. If you're going uphill. If you're going uphill, and yeah, that could be slippery. It could be really, really, really slippery. So you just got to be careful. And also, they don't know how to put their car in a lower gear if you're going downhill. Some people don't know that. Just put your car in the low gear, the engine will break itself. And it's an added safety measure. A lot of people don't know how they don't know how to drive in the snow. They don't know how, like if you got an automatic, some cars got a L gear. That's what it's for. Your car will engine break itself and you'll be safe, regardless if you got bad tires or not. It's a way to do it. And even it's also a way to hit your brakes. And also you don't go that fast. So what happened was yeah, manuals is good because it engine brakes. But a lot of people don't listen. A lot of people don't drive because this person was going. I think what happened was he was coming down the hill too fast, and he hit his brakes. And guess what? He went on for a ride. The car was going backwards, going down the opposite. It was going backwards. Oh my god! And I know you guys like, how did you get out the way? We went on a side street because I saw him coming. He had hazard lights on. I said, yo, this person's going backwards. Yeah, driving in the snow should be, or you should have some type of class you should take. But there's certain areas that you could stay in where you don't even have to worry about that. You just stay in Montclair. You just stay in certain areas where it's flat. Well, certain parts of Montclair is not flat, especially you going upper. But you got to stay. You got to know where the areas to stay away from. Okay, you got to know which areas to stay, or stay in Newark, or stay in Irvington, or East Orange. Drive around there if you got ice on. If you got ice skates on, don't come up in the mountains. Do not come up there. Dude, I was up there, South Mount Reservation, a car just going, hazard lights going. The car is going fast. That means he ain't got no brakes. That means he got ice skates on. He didn't crash though, because when he got down to the bottom, there was nobody down there. Okay. Now, what's gonna happen is today is Monday. I think it's around Thursday. That's supposed to drop down to the teens. That's where the black ice is gonna come from when it drops to the teens. I don't drive during that. Yeah, there used to be a lot of strip clubs in Irvington, Paradiso, Cinderella's. There's still another strip club there. I don't know the name of it. I had went past it. I was making a delivery. I went past it. I was like, yeah, what is this? It said Gentlemen's Club. They still got one strip club around there in Irvington. It's by the park. It's not Chance. I'm not sure what avenue that is, but it's right by the park in Irvington. You said it was in the 20s this morning. Okay, that's where the ice is. If it was in the 20s this morning, best believe there's some ice out last night. But you know what? They did a good job last night putting the salt down. They did, because I was out there when they were doing it. And yeah, there was money out there last night because people are hungry, and it was you were printing money last night. But the only problem is, even I had to go in, and I'm an experienced driver. It was just getting to be too much. And then I went to this one guy dropped some pizza off. He said, he looking at me, what took us so long? I said, sir, do you see it snowing out here? He said, oh yeah, oh I'm sorry. Yeah, I just didn't realize it took 20 minutes. I said, sir, it's snowing out here. It's ice out here. And he just looked at, oh my God, I'm okay, yeah. What's wrong with these people? You know what I wanted to say? Give me that pizza back. Give me the pizza back, man. Let me go get you a hot one. And his pizza was hot because I had a pizza bag. His pizza was hot. That's why I don't take certain orders. Like if it's they had the nerve to send me an order. It was $3 going 5 miles. $3. Now you know what that mean, right? That mean the person ain't tipping. It ain't no way I'm gonna take your order for $3 for 5 miles. There's no way. You know what somebody said to me? It was a truck driver. He made a comment because I have another channel that's geared to that, that's geared towards what I'm doing. And you know what he made a comment? He said, "Well, you're complaining that you don't get you want $1 a mile." He said 60 cent for truck drivers is really good. He said, he said, this is coming from a truck driver that's been driving for over 20 years. 60 cent a mile is really good. I said, sir, okay, cool. I didn't even argue with him. Dude, that's a totally different industry. Okay. Now, if you've been driving for over 20 years and you think 60 cent a mile is good and you ain't no owner operator yet, there's something wrong with you. Because owner operators get more than that. Yeah, I remember the dollhouse. Is that still there? But I like something wrong with you. But when you out during inclement weather, you can get $5 a mile. It just if you sit and wait for the right order. Like last night, I'm sitting at now I'm in Bloomfield Avenue, Antoine, in Montclair by Lackawanna Plaza. You know, right there in that little parking lot, Lackawanna Plaza. So I'm sitting up in there. And I'm sitting up in there. I was like, yo, I'm just gonna sit here, yo, because you know what I'm saying? Then it was an order came in, it was $28. It was going 2 miles. Dude, I hit that damn thing so fast, my damn phone almost dropped. It almost dropped in the snow. Yo, I got another story. I had went to it was this building in East Orange off Park Avenue. I can't remember the damn I shouldn't have taken the order because it came from like White Castle. It was a double order, but it was paying really good. And it was that one store I was telling you about, Antoine. I didn't know the name of it. Smelled good in there. It's a Haitian store, cuisine. And I had to drop this order off from White Castle. And the lady, when she gave me the order, I said, I thought the lady's supposed to have a milkshake. No, this is it here. You know, an attitude or whatever. I said, all right, fuck it then. Let me leave then. So when I get to the building, I couldn't even get in the door. It was locked. And I called the person. She said, no, you got to go around the front way. I said, the front way? She said, yeah. So I was like, oh, shit. So I went around the front way. I kept my car double parked, went up there. So the guard was like, yeah, you got to go to the 7th floor. So I went to the 7th floor. You know, it's some long ass, it's a big building. You know, you got walk them long ass hallways. But I was getting my exercise, though, getting my steps in. So I finally get there. She's waiting for me. And she's like, Sugar, I'm supposed to have a milkshake. I said, oh shit. I said, yeah, that's what I told the lady. I said, you might have to call. You know what I'm saying? Because she said she gave me the right order and she was arguing with me. So, you know, call back. Maybe they'll give you a free milkshake. I don't know. And then so I leave, right? So I go down the damn the what do you call it? The elevator. That elevator looked like it's seen better days. It looks like the elevators for the 1980s. So it's don't seem better days, right? So these people get in, you know, I bless their heart. I know they junkies, but you know, so I can see a junkie when I see one, but they would I don't know what the fuck they were saying. So they get off on the floor before I get off. So I get off. I'm thinking I'm going out where I came from. And it puts me out in the courtyard of the fucking building. So I try to go back in the door is fucking locked. I'm locked in the courtyard now. I said, I can't make this shit up. I said, what the fuck? Yo, I'm locked in the courtyard. I can't, it's gates everywhere. I can't get out. So what I had to do was I had to climb up this like miniature wall thing. And when I climbed up, it's snowing, right? I climbed up the miniature wall. I climbed up the miniature wall and then I go to a gate on the street. There's a small gate, and I had to you know how like Andre Giant used to get in the ring, he used to like step over the ropes. I had to do that, step over the gate, and I had to step over a certain way so I won't rip my jeans. And then then when I get to my car, I'm all out of breath. I can't find my phone. I said, oh my God. I said, I can't find my phone. So then I had to go back and retrace my steps. I thought it was at the gate. It wasn't at the gate. So I kept walking. I followed my footprints and I get to the wall. So when I got to the wall, I dropped my phone. When I was climbing, I had to climb up the wall. It's like, it's not a small wall, but I'm not a young person no more. So it's the way I had to get on the wall. And I found my phone. It was in the snow, but it was still working. I said, all right, cool. So then I go back. I had to get over the gate again. So by the time I get to the car, I am out of fucking breath, yo. I'm like through with it. So I had to deliver another order. And I got it done on time. It was paid pretty good. I said, but still, it took me 45 minutes to deliver 2 orders. 45 minutes. It wasn't worth it, yo. So I said, man, let me go to Montclair. So I said, I'm gonna go to Montclair and just relax for a minute. And then later on that night, um, that's when all the hell broke loose. Because when the lights go down, people don't know how to fucking drive. And I think it's the people that's not from here. They don't know how to drive in the snow. You were just doing a background check on the dude today, and he was a blood. Yeah, we were just talking about that, but I got into my stories or whatever. This Paul Birdsong. I gave the link. Let me get matter of fact. Let me get the link again. Let me hear a little bit more. We're gonna hear a little bit more what he had to say, but I just had to give you all this story. Like YouTube unfolded, they know I got stories for y'all for days. Look, oh no, let me tell you, right? Because I'm like, fuck, I had to walk all the way. You know those buildings, these big ass buildings where it's long hallways. You make a right, then you got to go down another long ass hallway. Then you got to make a left and then go down another long. I said, what the fuck? Where is she at, yo? Where is she at? And then she was waiting for me. She said, I'm right here. I'm right here. I said, yeah, I'm right. Okay. So I like, all right, ma'am. Here you go. Boom, I'm out, right? Blessings to you. She said, wait a minute. I'm supposed to have a milkshake. I said, oh shit. Oh, I was like, bro. I said, let me see. What is this? I was like, bro, you shitting me, man. Like at this point. I was like, well, and look, I know how to talk to people, what I'm saying? I know how to I said, oh man, the lady at the store, she gave me an attitude and all that. She said, no, this is the order. And I was like, really? Are you sure? Because it did say milkshake on there. So it's part of my fault too. But I was like, really? And I said, well, no, the lady, she wanted a milkshake. I said, no, well, how you know she ain't changed the order? I had to finesse it. You know what I'm saying? And then I was like, yeah, if you call them, just say that, you know what I'm saying? Maybe they give you something, give you a credit or something. And I just want to get up out of her face. I was done. Happy New Year to you as well. So I was done. I was like, yo, then I had to walk all the way back to the elevator. Then when I get to the elevator, it stopped on this floor. These people look like they about to go get a hit or something. They get on the elevator. Hurry up, man. We hurry up. You holding up the elevator. We got somebody on the elevator, man. I said, oh my God. I said, I'm just gonna finish the last one. I'm just gonna go to my spot I was gonna go to. Yep. And then one night, this was crazy. Another story for you. How hard could this be? There was 2 items at Target that it was paying $45. I said, 2 items and it's paying $45? How hard can this be? And then I just had to go pick up. It was going to the same place, and I just had to go pick up something from the It was a carry out, and that was it. And it's near each other. I went in the damn Target. I said, it's only two. In my mind, I didn't check what the items were. It was only two items. I said, this is easy. So I didn't get a cart. I didn't get a cart. Right. So I know to verify, but Antoine, I was just having one of them days, yo. I did see milkshake on it. I did, but I just didn't say nothing. I was just having a moment. I should have said, ma'am, no, it's supposed to, but no, the lady got an attitude. I said, no, I did say something to the lady at White. She gave me an attitude though. And I just didn't want to do it. I just walked out. I walked out while she was talking. I said, I just didn't want to deal with it. So that's kind of my fault. But I said, how hard can this be to be two items, right? I didn't have a card or nothing. So I get to the aisle. I said, dog food. I said, okay, maybe just like a little thing of dog food. It was a whole big ass bag of dog food. I said, fuck, I gotta go get a damn cart, man. So then I had to go walk. Target is long, say you walking all the way to the front, it'll take you a minute. And then I forgot a cart, then I came back. That bag is heavy as fuck. So I, got that, and they ordered some milk, like just random shit. Just went and got some gallon of milk. I'm taking the damn thing to their door. That thing was heavy as fuck, the damn dog food. I said, why they pick this night to get a 6-month supply of dog food, man? Why tonight? Why tonight, man? Like, I'm like, yo, I was through already. I said, why tonight, man? They picked that moment to get all this dog food, man. And so then I get to their porch. The dog is looking at me like through the window. He's not barking. He's just staring at me, yo. It was nobody else home. I didn't see no car. It was just him. Because they said just to leave it there. They're not gonna be there. He's just staring at me. If he really wanted to, he could have bust through that screen. If he really wanted to. I believe it was a mastiff. If he really wanted to, listen to me. If he really, 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 really wanted to, he could have bust through that damn screen. If he really wanted to. And that was a humbling moment for me. Because I was complaining because I knew they weren't there. It was no lights on. And they said in the note they're not going to be there. Just leave it there. And I'm talking shit. And no, this was the one by Willowbrook Mall. Over there by Willowbrook Mall on Route 40 something, Route 23, whatever it is. 20. I haven't, the crazy thing, I don't even feel like I'm from New Jersey no more. I haven't lived here in so long, I don't know what nothing is. I haven't lived here in that long. Route 20 something. Dude, another funny story I got for you about Montclair State. I'll tell you about that in a second, yo. And this was embarrassing. But so I'm dropping the dog food off, right? See, there he is right there talking. But I'm gonna have to remove that. Hold on, man. I don't really have to remove it. I'll just keep it. I'm not gonna play no more. Dude, I was so humbled by that dog because if he really wanted to, he can bust through that screen. And he was just looking at me. He was like sitting, like on his hind leg, just sitting. He just watching me. I didn't even know he was there. Because he was being quiet. Usually dogs will bark. He just looking at me. Just like this, just looking at me, right? And I'm looking at him, and we had a moment. We just both looking at each other. And that's okay, buddy. I got your dog food here. And I and he just kind of smiled. Like, how dogs give a smile? He just shifted his head to the side. And I said, okay, either he's smiling or he clowning me. One or the other. I don't know. And he was just sitting there. And I'm like, why are they home? Like, it's one of those houses where you open a door and you have to go. It's another door that goes into their place. I can't really explain it. Jersey got a lot of them houses like that. But the door, the window was open and it was a screen, but it was a big window. He could have jumped out of it if he wanted to. And it was dark and I saw him because he was black. But it was just like I think he was like a master. He was huge though. Huge. So he let me go. I guess because I'm bringing the food. And he knew that I was bringing his food, like, so it was all good. So that happened. So check this out. So I get another drop off, and I'm like, it says Yogi Berra something. Yogi Berra. Wait, then I see a statue of Yogi Berra. So I'm like, where the fuck am I at? Am I at apartments or something? So I asked the girl, where am I? She's, oh, you at Montclair State. I was like this. I said, oh my God, yo. I'm not even from New Jersey no more. Yo, how did I not know that I'm in Montclair State at the dorms? I said, I haven't been here in this long. It was yeah, that's what it was, Antoine, enclosed porch. But there's a door behind it. And he was just in the porch area. But it was a screen though. And I didn't see him at first. I'm talking shit, like how heavy this thing is, right? And I happened to look, he's like this. He's like looking at me. And I was like, yo, how big is this fucking dog? Is he sitting down or he's standing up? And I look, he was sitting down. I said, it had to be a mastiff. I said, please don't let him break through the screen. Please don't, because he got me. Because it's already snow on the ground. And the way my car is positioned, he got me. You know what I'm saying? It's a goddamn horse sitting there, right? And he brolic too. And so yeah, that happened. And yeah, Yogi Berra Stadium at Montclair. But yeah, that's where I was. There was a statue of Yogi Berra. I didn't know this. It was a statue. How long has this been Yogi Berra Stadium? But anyway, there's a statue there of Yogi Berra. I was like, yo, there's a stadium there. This shit is nice. Where am I at? I didn't realize I'm at Montclair State University. I was like, yo, I haven't been, yo, just to be clear, the night be nighting now. When it's get 5 o'clock, it's pitch black outside, yo. I have never seen it like this. Usually it gradually gets dark. As soon as 5 o'clock come, they turn the lights off. It's pitch fucking black outside. It's like the night be nighting out there, man. Stuff don't look the same outside at night. I like to be out moving and grooving during the day where I could see stuff, right? And you said those are the new dorms built in the back of the campus. How long they been there? Because I don't remember that. That's why I was confused. But anyway, she tipped pretty good. So that's why I did it. And yeah, so she tipped pretty good. Um oh, for the last 20. See, I haven't been here for the last 20 plus years. That's why. I haven't been here. I moved to Virginia in 2002. And I just came back this year. I mean last year. I've been gone a long time. But I'd be yeah, 20 plus years ain't new, but it's new to me. That's crazy. I've been gone that long. But see, when I do come out to Jersey, I come see my mother and I do a few things and I bounce. I don't be exploring the whole area. So I'm just seeing these areas for the first time in 20 some years. I'm starting to see certain places in Jersey for that's been over 20 some years, and everything is different to me. Yeah, I seen the ice rink. I was like, yo, it's not. He was like, but then some things seem the same. I dropped off over near. It was real fucked off too. I was in Newark, off South Orange Avenue. It was real fucked off over there. It's the same. And I don't usually deliver over there. I ain't trying to be funny. I don't be delivering over there, but it just so happened it was the order. I just couldn't refuse it. I couldn't refuse it. And I went over there. It's still fucked off. That place has always been, it's fucked off over there. It really is. And the crazy part about it is the houses got so much potential because they're big houses. People live in huge houses and they got a lot of room in these houses, but the area is fucked off. It really is. It's like when you go in these areas, it start looking brown and shit. Like things just look brown. Like it's just been weathered that long. It just looked brown and shit. Like everything just look. It's like a different energy. Then when you go to these other areas, like, oh, I can breathe. Everything is nice. And when you go there, everything's fucked off, yo. It's just brown. And guess what they had? That's why I don't like going around. I know people saying, damn, you over there, you don't like being around your people. Listen, they had a shooting yesterday, and I was just around there. That's why I don't hang around there and deliver that night. They had a shooting. Somebody got killed. Two people. No, but the thing is, I should have known because people saying, nah, Max, that's been there for over 20 some years now. I said, but when they do this to Jersey City, they said this has been over 15 years, man. I said, I just haven't been here. I haven't, well, I've been here. They said, you have been here. I said, yeah, but when I come here, I don't travel around a lot. I just go see my mother, go to New York, and that's it. So that's why. But certain parts of Jersey the same though, especially Newark. Like when you go from Verona or those areas, driving around delivering to Irvington and North, it's a whole different contrast. It's craziness. It's like fuck, yo. It's just like they really did us in the hood. Yeah, they really did us in. It's crazy. People, when you deliver to certain this one lady, man, I felt bad. So I was up in I don't know, was it Watchung? I can't remember where it was. She said to leave at the door. So they know they getting an order, right? So if you know you getting an order, if you order food, why are you surprised when somebody at your door with food? She had her door wide open. I'm seeing all her business. All her business. And I'm taking a picture. It looked like I'm taking a picture of her. No, I said, no, ma'am, I gotta take a picture of this real quick. So I took a picture of that. She's all right, thank you, sir. Thank you. I'm all in the house. It's crazy. Why do people do that? Leave your door closed. You said New Jersey, New York ain't no joke. But it's just certain areas though. You know how when you go to like Livingston, when you delivering around Livingston or Montclair or Bell, name the cities, Antoine, because I ain't been here that long. You know what I'm talking about? The nice areas. I hate to say it like that, but it really is like the nice areas. When you drive, you don't have no worry. It's like the stress is gone. As soon as I get over there off South Orange Avenue, I'm like, what the fuck, yo? It's like everything's fucked off. It's crazy, man. Like Bloomfield. I like going to Bloomfield. Like certain areas in Bloomfield is nice. Bloomfield. Bloomfield is nice. Bloomfield. I'm okay with that. You said Jersey City has been gentrified for some time. Okay. There's a certain part of Jersey City that they hadn't got to yet. Over there where they've been doing construction on the road for like the last 10 fucking years. I don't know what they're doing. That it's like a stretch of road right there. Over there by Duncan Avenue. That area isn't the same as it was in the 90s. but it still needs some work over there. Yeah, Livingston, Morristown, like those areas. Sometimes I go out to Central Jersey. Central Jersey is really nice, certain parts. Like you notice the difference. But then when I get to Newark, Irvington, I was like, yo, this shit is crazy over here. But they got nice houses. Those houses that they fix them up, they got a lot of room in these houses. It's a lot of potential over there. Um, especially them big ass houses. Just the only thing is, you guys really don't have a lot of yard space. Your Nutley, Verona, the Caldwell, Cedar. Yeah, that's nice over there. Yeah, Patterson's fucked off, yo. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to say it. I avoid Patterson at night. Now, the only reason why I avoid Patterson at night is because of the parking. You got to keep double parking. You got to go deliver here, double park, and it's just too. From where I be at, it takes too long to get to Patterson. It's over 6 miles. I want something that's 3 miles, no more than 4. Patterson, it take too long. And then I got to drive all the way back. Now I avoid Patterson, but certain parts of Patterson is fucked off, yo. I'm sorry. I went by there. I had to do. That's where I delivered it. I forget where did I deliver that fucking dog food. Wherever it was, I know Patterson was in the conversation at some point that night. Even the app tells you to avoid Patterson. I did a thing on Chat GPT, right? Give me the best places to sit at. And Chat GPT told me, yeah, sitting this here, Chat GPT told me to avoid Patterson. It said avoid, and I see why. But it wasn't because of being bad. It's because it's hard to park. And you gotta double park, and you know what I'm saying? It's just it takes too long to get to Patterson. It's like it's over 6 miles from Willowbrook Mall, because that's where I be hanging at, over there, so over in that area. And that's during the week though. But during the weekends is different. I'm all over the place. Usually if you got a pizzeria nearby, I'll be over there. But Patterson is just too much. It's bad. It's like Irvington over there. It's crazy. Patterson, nah, yo, I'm good. And the thing is, people like, well, why are you discriminate? No, I'm not. They just had a shooting yesterday in the damn snow. Now, granted, I think that was a road rage incident, but 2 people died though yesterday. No, actually, it wasn't a road rage. It was just, and it wasn't targeted. I mean, excuse me, that was targeted. They knew each other, I believe. But still, somebody died though, and I was around there delivering food. Not no more. I ain't going. I don't like Newark. I don't. I stay away from Newark. I don't even drop people off in Newark. That's how much I give it up. But I will do Jersey City because it's really easy to get to Jersey City from the airport. It's really easy, straight shot. And sometimes you can get some good rides leaving Jersey City going back to the airport. And to be honest with you, I don't even like doing that no more, because now that it's snow outside, people get in my car, fuck my carpet up. So I don't even pick people up, not in the snow. They mess my seats up. Then I gotta go clean my seats. I gotta go shampoo the carpet. I'm not doing that. I need some of them covers, them vinyl covers to put on my floor. You said some streets in Patterson have rail tracks in the middle. Right, they do. Oh, but there's certain parts of Patterson that's nice though. All right, say you coming from Willowbrook Mall, right? And I know you've done it, Antoine, 'cause you used to deliver. When you go to Patterson, right when you get into Patterson, it's nice. It's nice over there. They got nice homes and the air is nice. But once you get further into Patterson, um, it's real at that point. You could tell. But I ain't gonna lie to you though, it's mostly like where I was at, it's a lot of like foreigners. Oh, yeah, but Antoine, you said you delivered everywhere though. You didn't mind delivering in Newark. 'Cause I remember you said, "Damn, you don't go to Newark." Like you be everywhere, but like, yeah, stay away. Damn right, stay away from the number of blocks. But yeah, you damn right, you stay away from the number of blocks, man. 17th Street, West Kenny. Now I must say, Muhammad Ali Avenue was gentrified even before I left there. It was even before I left 20 some years ago. That's okay, but I don't trust it because at night a shooting can happen at any time, and I'm good. I'm good on that. And we don't treat our people the same. We hate on each other. You know what I'm saying? So I don't it's a bad energy over there. It's a omen. And the country did it to us. The country did it to us, man. It's like a bad fucking omen, man. And I can't understand why. I hate to say it, but it is. It's a bad omen. And I just stay away from there. You say you talking about the Ironbound. Yeah, that's the neck. Yo, I heard that they have a project going on down there, Antoine. They're gonna start building something down there, and people are pissed about it. It's so bad that the Brazilians adopted part of Newark and made it nice. Yeah, it's called the Ironbound section. But I heard that we call it down in the neck. But I heard that they have a building plan going on, and they had to move everybody away from that area. There's like some development coming, and they're working on it now actually, and it's gonna reshape the Ironbound section. But yeah, they call it the Ironbound section, the neck down in the neck, not too far from the train station. Yeah, so they got some kind of development down there, and it took away a lot of the stores and stuff like that. People had to move out. They pretty much replaced them with gentrifiers for sure. They said some of the apartment units supposed to be affordable, but they only have 100. They only have 50. I think they said they're only going to have 50 units that's affordable, and people are pissed about it. But the Brazilians are also in. They're still around there, and they also in Elizabeth too. In that the town past Elizabeth, I forget the name of it. You see a lot of them out there too. You said Lionsgate. Is that the name of it? Oh, you talking about Lionsgate out there in that area. Yeah, I'm not talking about that, but I'm talking about the Ironbound section. There's an apartment complex coming. Yep. It's an apartment complex coming and people are pissed about it. They working on it now, actually. Yeah, I know about Fort Monmouth and that they're bringing that. Yeah, I know about that one. But yeah, man, just wrapping up this guy. I'm actually gonna come back because I got something on these passport bros. Apparently, one of these passport bros got somebody, got a baby in the Philippines and fled. He fled the Philippines, man. This is crazy. What's going on with these passport bros, man? He don't fled the Philippines and you know don't got the lady pregnant and he don't went back to the States. You said their YouTube channels were terminated. Who YouTube channel? Yeah, that's what they are. You know who it is? It's the TKO Capone guy. So I'm gonna be doing something with on him later. TKO Capone. You said Passport Bros, the one who was arrested. Oh, his channel got deleted. Let me see what his yep, 4 Passport Bro channels deleted. Foreign only, Skylar DeRozan, GMO, and more. Yeah, these people, I'm telling you guys, he might be snitching at this point. I'm just telling y'all at this point. He might be telling on who was down with him. Because yep, it says multiple. Oh, I gotta get on this. Multiple passport bro YouTubers lost their channel. I told them they don't listen to me. They don't listen to me, man. They've been clowning me. I said, you guys are the United States, like they're looking at y'all now as a gang. Tried to tell them. They don't want to listen. No, not Skylar snitching. The other guy that got arrested in Brazil. The guy that got arrested in Brazil. And this is one guy, he made a video talking about, I'm not, I'm different from all of them. No, you be making videos and you guys listen, man. Now this one guy is different. I give him that. He's different. He came there, met him a nice lady, and they're doing good. I'm not talking about him. He's not a passport, bro. There's a lot of stories I can tell you guys on these passport bros. I'm talking about from back in the day. They weren't called passport bros back in the day. They were just mongers. Mongers. Like Chantel said, let's just call it what it is. They're predators. They're mongers. They used to brag about being, and this is one guy, he's a monger. He's still in Brazil. Nothing's happening to him. See, because he's not really doing nothing wrong. He's over there, he's like a goofball. And he's just over there looking for some ladies. So they don't mind him. But what these other guys were doing, come to find out, Floyd is messing with younger people. You know what I'm saying? And it's bad because in Brazil, I think the age of consent is what, 14? So, but they got him out to be like a pimp kind of guy. And so these guys are one by one, these guys are I told them, I said, y'all gonna be targeted pretty soon. They ain't listen. And what they do is they use their money and they go to certain areas and they record themselves like with the women and They trying to tell other guys, hey, listen, they make their content, hey, you can go find a traditional woman here, and the women that liking black guys, this and that. And then what they're not telling you is they going to the red light district and buying them. And sure, the girl will be on video with you. You pay her a few dollars. Yeah, she'll give you the girlfriend experience. Yeah, yeah, I'm looking for some traditional. This is my new girlfriend, and know damn well he don't pay some money. No, they didn't move right. They being goofy because these guys are socially awkward, all of them. But there's one guy, I call him the ultimate passport bro. But he's not really a passport bro though. But he said he likes Stella. He came here to get his groove back. He said Stella did it. Why can't I do it? It was just the way he was saying it, man. And he said if I take her, he said just the other night we went to the arcade and got ice cream and she was okay with it. Dude almost hit my yo, I almost fell out my seat, yo. Almost fell out my seat. When he said that, I was like, what the fuck? And he met her in the Philippines and she traveled with him to Thailand. That's his girl now. And it's just, you just got I gotta find his video and share it with y'all. Y'all get a good laugh. You said, in fact, the documentary called Frustrated, filmed in Brazil, featured lots of 304s. I seen that documentary. See, back in the day, it was on the low low. It was a destination go to, just kick back. It was like the bros destination. But now everybody filming everything. It messed everything up. Because nobody was looking at it like we exploiting. You just going to have a good time. And these guys came along and started filming everything. Austin Holloman and all of them. And they lying. Just like the other dude, he's like, yeah, my girlfriend, she's traditional and you can find one too. But what he didn't realize was he paying her a fee every month to stay with him. So he's renting her. It's a rent a girlfriend. He wouldn't tell the young people that. That's why I started making videos, because my people were listening to that. Young people in my family were listening to that and thinking that's the truth. I said, that's not the truth. They said, well, you need to make videos on and tell us what's up then. You said the end of filming is ending. Right. They messed it up. Now, you can go over there and still film, but make it a cultural channel. Like, hey, man, I'm in this area. Let me give you the history on this area. You can do that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, guys, come on out here and you can find you a traditional woman and blah, blah, blah. Oh my God. You can find what is traditional one? What does that mean? Traditional. Like, yeah, thank you, Steven. Like, what is that? See, what they're not telling you is that's why I started making videos on that topic, because I had young people in my family, they were listening to it. They said, oh man, they said they're gonna be on us when we out. I said, bro, listen to me, listen to me. No, nobody's gonna be on you and falling all over you when you get out the airport. No, that's not happening. He said, really? No. I said, you're gonna get a lot of attention if you go to certain areas because things are for sale. That's why. And the 1930s women like June Cleaver. I give it to June Cleaver. She had it together, didn't she? Was her hair ever fucked up? Never. She had perfect makeup. Her hair was never messed up. The perfect dress on. Had Ward's paper when he got home. Ward, I have your paper right here just for you, Ward. Ward, your dinner's ready. Your bath water's ready, Ward. Yo, I ain't gonna lie to you. what is Chantel saying? She said a lot of women that feeds and fuck wherever they want make them feel like a man. Wait, hold on. Let me say. You said, "LOL." A woman that feeds and fucks whenever they want makes them feel like a man. Excuse me. Yeah, that's pretty much what they want, but they're not gonna say that. We're looking for something traditional. No, you're not. No, you're not. No, you're not. That's why they don't like me making these videos, but it's all good. He said men have been bringing home the bacon to get the stay-at-home wife mom. Yeah, but they're not even doing that. YouTube unfolded. They lying to people. Okay. It don't got so bad where they had to sit up here and threaten little old me. Now you ain't get no points for threatening me. That's no points. Because I'm harmless. Like, why are you threatening me? Well, yeah, if you come over here, it's on site. And just because it didn't work out for you when you came over here, you don't make it bad for everybody. I said, listen, what are you worried about it for? Just leave me alone. I'm not singling anybody out. You said a mattress are made in a mule, pretty much. I said, why are you bothering me? I said, I'm an older guy, older man. Why are you bothering me? I'm not bothering anybody. I'm not saying anybody's name. They say, yeah, but you talking about the passport, bro. Okay, you targeting brothers. Like, and you know what? He used my medicine on me. Who sent you? Because I be saying that. He said, yeah, I'm gonna use what you saying. Who sent you, sir? I said, I'm being honest with you. I sent myself. I said, I'm regular as fuck. You ain't getting no regular than this. Yeah, but just because you had a bad experience over there don't mean you can sit here and talk about us because you ain't got no game. And he said, you ain't never been to Colombia. I said, we right. I haven't been, never been there. I'm being honest with you. I haven't. And what do you want me to do? Like, I haven't been there. I didn't never talk about really Colombia like that. But I said it's dangerous. And people, like, one guy just got his cell phone robbed, but he got it back though. And then they talk about like they ain't never been there before. You know what they were saying? Yeah, like the people. What I forget what he said. I don't. They talk like you like nobody don't know anything. They talk like we're stupid. Yeah, guys, if you come here, you could do this. I said, wow, really? Wow, you can, so they don't like me talking about it. It was this one guy. Now he's cool. He's not really a part of Passport Bros, but he make content. He goes to Colombia. He don't been to Colombia. He's been to Brazil, Thailand. I don't think he's been to the Philippines. Actually, he may have been to the Philippines. Um, Bali. Now they're going to Vietnam now. The passport, they be going to Vietnam, Laos. They be in Laos. Where else they be at? They were trying to go to um Holland, but it's not cost effective for them. So they have to go somewhere where it's cheap for the thrills, if you know what I mean. Yeah, it was a whole big thing. I had a whole channel. Y'all don't even know I had a whole channel on it. I still have it, and I'm about to go live. Let me see, it's about 11 something on the East Coast now, 11:30. Give me a little bit of time after I finish this. I'm gonna go right live on that because I'm about to interview somebody. Actually, I just have to talk to her first. Um, she was the one that I guess they're not up yet because it's night their time right now. Like it's 11:30 at night in the Philippines. That's why. Damn, what the fuck happened in Russia? You see all that snow they got? Dude, they had like whole buildings covered in snow. What the fuck is going on in Russia? Oh my god. Dude, they had so much snow it covered the high-rise buildings. Yeah, we don't need to complain here. You said men crave three things: food, sex, silence, feed me, fuck me, and shut the fuck. Yeah, but the thing is, they getting in trouble, Antoine, because of it. And they don't want to hear nothing nobody got to say. And I said, listen, you guys don't have to take my advice. They said, yeah, but you've been here a long time ago. You outdated. Things has changed, and you just mad because you ain't have a good time. Like, just trying to just really down a brother. You know what I'm saying? And I said, okay. And things haven't changed. I said, do you know they have organized crime there? No, they don't. I said, yes, they do. They got a mafia there. You just don't know it that they're the mafia. They don't look like the mafia in the movies. But that whole area in that Thailand area where they be going, so what is it called? Pattaya. It's organized crime there. They just don't know it. And I'm not going to keep talking about it, but because they don't. If you know, you know. Give me a second. All right, here we go. Do I got the sound back? What's going on here? Hold on, hold on. Is it? You got sound yet? Nope. All right, let's see. There we go. I'm back. Damn, my mic got cut out. That was crazy. My microphone. All right, there we go. Yeah, I'm here. My microphone or something. I got a little janky setup here. Yeah, I was saying that you said that it's an area of Bangkok. No, this is a city in Thailand. Bangkok is separate. Bangkok is like equivalent to like New York City. Pattaya is more like back in the day, it used to be more of a fish marketplace. But back in the late like 1959, going into the 1960s, they changed that area as a destination for people in war, to go have their R&R. And it also became a like a red light district because of that. And it also was one of the destinations that was attractive for military men retiring and living out there. That you still have a lot live out there. And Philippines also is another place where military people go retire, but that was one of them. And the way it is now was dating back to, those war times. R&R is like vacation, like rest and what does it R&R stand for, Antoine? It's like rest and something. It's like a time out time. It was a place for them to relax and, you know, um, it was a destination for them to go to, and it evolved into what it is now. But the way it is, like certain streets, like Soy Six, it evolved into that during those times. That's where the military people used to go have fun. That's why there's a lot of people like out there in the Philippines that are mixed ancestry because them GIs are having kids there, left the kids behind. Yep, they used to go there, and that's what they used to do. Now it's what it evolved into what it is now. But there, a lot of the economy come off tourism. Rest and relaxation is R&R. But yeah, they used to hang out there. And Antoine, like a lot of people go to Philippines, retire there. Their money go a long way there. They get their military check, and they can just relax there. And I made a video talking about if you live there, living there is a different dynamic. I'm talking about Thailand, especially Pattaya. Living there is a different dynamic. If you just there, they know that you're a weekend warrior. You're just there for a week or two. You're not going to be there that long because that's the first thing they ask you, like how long are you here for? That way they'll get to know the program. Okay, well, this is what we'll do. They have a whole program set up for you. But for the people that live out there, they have a totally different experience. And guess what? I read an article that a lot of the men are depressed out there. Depression is going up, and people be offing themselves. See, this is the stuff that they don't talk about. They be offing themselves and stuff like that. And I'm gonna get to that, on the other video, but Yeah, it's a lot of depression out there. A lot of loneliness and depression. And it's a different situation. And I was warning the guys, if you get in a relationship, you got to be careful. Like now, they will claim you even if you saw them for just a couple dates, and then you go back to another bar and you try to go date somebody else. That's a no no. It's a no no because they all about saving face there. That's a no no. You can't do that. Now, you might say so. Well, this is not my girlfriend. We're not exclusive. Yeah, but you were with her for 2 days, and you're her property now. That's how they see it. Unless you establish yourself as a butterfly. I try to tell them, if you establish it, so what the fuck are you talking about, butterfly? Go ask the women what that means. If you establish yourself as a butterfly, they okay with that because that means you for the streets. That's their way of saying you just for everybody, you for the streets. But if you don't do that, you don't establish that fact, you try to go to another bar and she catches somebody else, it's going to be a problem. Especially if you're a man that they see as a value, it's going to be a damn problem. You stuck with her. You're not going to see no other girls because if it is, it's going to be an issue. Okay, you just can't break up with them like that. There's drama with it. So they just, it's crazy. You said social media caused a lot of loneliness and depression. Well, these guys have been living out there for so long and they don't have the same experience as some guy that just coming out there for 2-3 weeks. It's not the same experience. You're living in an area where you have no say so. Just imagine living in an area where you have no say so in the political structure. They don't care about your voice. They just want your money. Yeah, they don't know what they're getting themselves into. And this one guy, he cannot escape this girl. I be watching them. Chantel, I have to give you these links on the low, Antoine, you need them. If anybody need, I had to give it to you because some of these people be watching me. And I don't want them to know I'm talking about them. But he cannot leave his girl. And he just looks so like he just looks so through with her, but he can't get rid of her because it's all about say. See, she has status out there now, and they got a business together now. She has elevated herself in their society. He doesn't know that. He knows that now, but she has now elevated herself in society. Now she's up on the top of the totem pole because they got a business and he's white. And I'm telling you, I know this. And the other girls look at her as of value now. Now, if let's say he tried to say, I don't want to be with you no more, and we're breaking up and shit like that, shit, it might get deadly, man. She don't been on cut his ass. I'm telling you. The only way, like, yeah, one guy I used to work with, this was years ago, he had to get extracted out of a country. He told the girl, like, yeah, I'm about to go because he had a routine and she'll go back home. As soon as she went home to see her family, he act like he was sick. He said, well, I'm just going to lay in bed. And she knew he should be laying in bed watching TV when she get back in 2 days. She didn't think nothing. He packed his shit and went right to that airport and left. That's how he had to escape. Because there wasn't no breaking up with her. Yep. Yep. It's crazy. But I'll be back a little later to talk about this. See what these channels getting deleted is all about. But they're being targeted now. So there ain't no more passport, bro. There ain't no more of that. I bet you they're going to start switching up their content now and going into a different direction. Oh, you said what's the worst part that can happen if you mess with more than one woman? Nothing. If you establish yourself to them and don't lie to them, like, yeah, I'm just out here to have a good time. I like to see a lot of women. They're okay with that. They'll just label you a butterfly. Butterfly means you fly to different women. You're free. But if you are loving her and you damn near on a honeymoon with her for 5 days, and they have this thing called the 2-day rule out there. Like you don't want to be with her more than 2 days. But if you sitting up there playing with her emotions, this and that, and now she's with you and this and that, cooking for you and stuff, then all of a sudden you at a bar with another woman, somebody she know. It's gonna look bad on her. It's all about saving face out there, right? And she's gonna approach you and it's gonna be a problem. Like, no, you with me. And so like that. Oh, why do you think they have these areas out there called they're like, what do you call it? Like not bath houses, but they where a bunch of women are lined up. You can be one of the women and sleep with them in there. You know how that started? A bunch of guys, married guys, that's where they go to cheat on their women. That's why they got started. A lot of people don't know the history on why those places got started. That's why. Because if you can't go to the bars because the woman will find you in the bars. But that's a spot where only men could come into. And they got security. So they ain't letting no women up in there to go snoop around. And that's how those places got started back in the day. And it's not just foreign men, it's local men too. If they marry, that's the spot where they go to. And they won't get caught. It's crazy. But that area is a lot of drama out there. You won't find drama if you won't lie, if you just, carry yourself a certain way. But yeah, a lot of these guys, man, are stuck. So it's like a little drama when you leave them. It's crazy. Yeah, you can call them brothels, but that's how they got established out there. Crazy though. But I'll be back to talk about these passport bros in a second, maybe about an hour. But I'll be back. Enjoy talking to you guys. This guy here, as you see, Paul Birdsong, I'm on him. I think he giving agent vibes. We'll see. All right, y'all.